Am I the idiot for telling my sister she's stupid and ruining our dad's life? I, 23 male, have 2 younger siblings, Anna, 21 female, and Chloe, 19 female. We've always been close. Our parents split up when I was 9 and our mom became pretty much a deadbeat. I've seen her maybe 5 times in the last 10 years. So my dad, 50 male, raised us, and it's pretty much always been us and him. Even after he started dating Fiona, 44 female, when I was 15, our dynamic stayed mostly the same and there were pretty much no issues aside from some adjusting. Chloe recently moved out after living at home for her first year at college, and a few months later, my dad announced that he and Fiona were engaged and going to get married. In my opinion, everyone expected this would happen since they were together so long, but Anna was very upset. She's been complaining to everyone about it for weeks, but mostly me. She says it's like he was just waiting for us all to grow up and get out of the house so that he could move in his new woman and be a family with her instead. She also doesn't like that there's an almost 7-year age gap between them, because he and our mom were high school sweethearts, and our mom was actually a few months older, so she feels like our dad is replacing her with a younger model. Side note, she's never liked Fiona because she was still hoping my parents would get back together when he and Fiona started dating. Mom was less of a deadbeat then. Anna also thinks there isn't much passion between them, because every time she was over at our place, they barely touched and just treated each other like polite acquaintances since we were kids. She also doesn't see why he has to move her in before they're even married because Fiona is financially well off and doesn't need the stability. She wants to be able to spend this summer with just our dad and us, without anyone else moving in yet. She told me the other day that she's planning on trying to set him up with one of her friends' single mom instead, who she feels is much more age appropriate and likable than Fiona and whom she thinks he'd have more chemistry with. She's planning on telling him this weekend and wants me to back her up. I just lost my patience and told her to leave me out of this and that she's ruining his life by trying to set him up on some blind date, as if he's a child. She started crying and told me all she wants is what's best for him because Fiona's the wrong woman and he's making a mistake, but I said I don't see how this would help when he's already engaged and that she's being stupid. She called me an a-hole for being so harsh and hasn't talked to me since then. I admit part of me is also bummed that we won't have as much of my dad's time anymore and that things are about to change dramatically, so I wonder if I should have been more validating or supportive of Anna, but I just don't think our dad did anything wrong or that talking him out of this will do any good. Am I the idiot? In my opinion, OP is not the idiot. His sister was going to do something really bad, even if it didn't come to anything and their father took it lightly. His fiancé probably wouldn't do the same, besides the embarrassment that the other woman would feel. Also, it seems like there's a lot more under the surface. OP's father and fiancé have been together for years. Marriage seems like the natural step. I understand the sister feeling a little weird that they only decided to get engaged after all his kids left home. She might wonder if they did it because the fiancé doesn't like them or if she was just putting up with them because of their father, but it could also have been their dad's choice, so the kids wouldn't feel like their space was being invaded and they would have to treat her like a motherly figure. I don't know, but before OP's sister tried to end a relationship of years, she should have talked to her dad at first, as it could end very badly for her.